So hello Bawa log, namaste to all. How are you guys? I hope you all are doing well. So back with another video. So this is the most demanding video, that how ForexBawa trades silver bullet every single day. As silver bullet is the concept developed by ICT, but here we discussed how I saw the silver bullet and how I trade silver bullet in New York kill zone. So let's get discuss about it. So what is the silver bullet? As its name suggests, the trading execute in a bullet speed, means it's a scalping model that's happening in the particular time of the day. As there is 24 hour in a day, but we don't trade silver bullet whole of the day. We have to trade silver bullet in a particular portion of the time, and we have to analyze price action in that time window. All right, it doesn't correlate with your daily bias, but if you have a daily bias intact, that give extra confluence to it. Okay, so before getting started into the silver bullet, here are the prerequisites that the trader should know little bit about these three things. So what are these three things? First is the understanding of swing point. I discussed already in a previous videos. So those who have doubt what are these things, they can go and check out there. I will give little example here to make you understand little bit about it. All right. So what are the swing points? Swing point generally the three candle pattern, where the middle candle high doesn't breach by previous one and the upcoming one. All right. So we will see more when we get into the charts. Right. And what are market efficiencies, fair value gaps, and order blocks? And this is the market structure. And we also called it as a boss and chalk, whatever, when our higher time frame point of interest got tapped. All right. So these are the prerequisite things I didn't discuss in depth in this video. So this video is basically more talk about the silver bullet. All right. So next, here comes the framework. Before getting into any model, there should be a base. So what is the base of silver bullet? Silver bullet consists of these three things. All right. Before starting these three things, a model without the framework is just like a aiming sniper without any aim and no use of a bullet. So if we don't have any framework and we play with silver bullet, then the bullet goes in our head also. All right. So this is a little joke. Sorry for that. So now what is the framework? Framework is, first we have to know about the drawn on liquidity. What is drawn on liquidity? That means where most of the stop losses are resting. Where what are these? We will be discuss more in chart. But here we have to identify the drawn on liquidity, and this framework consists of 60-minute cycle. As it is a time based model, we have to work in particular 60 minute of the day. All right. And what is the execution of time frame? As it is a scalping model, we have to select smaller time frames. All right. So toolbox to load your highly sniper highly precise sniper, sorry. So what are drawn on liquidity? Any week high and low, day high and low, session high and low, and 5 and 15-minute recent high and low. These are the stop losses areas. All right. And what is 60-minute cycle? 60-minute cycle in London kill zone is starting from 3 a.m. to 4 a.m. In New York kill zone, 10 a.m. to 11 a.m., where I mostly trade, because I don't trade London silver bullets because I have different trading model that I trade in London sessions. All right. And third one is the PM session, 2 p.m. to 3 p.m. PM kill zone. And what are the chart time frames, execution time frames? So 1 hour is sufficient for the structure point. All right. And 3 minute and 1 minute for execution, and 5 minute is for reaction point. Reaction point in the sense you have to identify the fair value gaps there and swing point there. And 1 hour is used for structure, where you can find the external buy side liquidity or sell side liquidity. You have to think like that. All right. So next is, here are some scenario or a template to observe the silver bullet. All right. So as you can see, what are the external liquidity? Here the sell side is residing. You have to identify in 1 hour time frame. So when times start, your time frame should be 5 minute to 3 minute to 1 minute, whatever feels you comfortable, that time frame you should choose. All right. So as you can see in lower time frame, buy side taken, sell side taken, and fair value gap tab, we will be enter here and then goes to the sell side. All right. And this is the another model, higher time frame POI tab, market structure shift, already market moving upside, but we need a pullback to fill inefficiencies or order blocks. Here I mark fair value gap, but we can also see some order blocks also there, and different entry model for the buy side or sell side, whatever it is. All right. So these are the two templates that are mostly used in silver bullet. There may be more, but how I understand and what I saw in market, that I discussed here. Right. So next is the strict rule to follow. Yes, a trading rule, a trading model without the rule is, it's not completely a trading model. It's a gambling model. We can say that. So without the rule, having a trading model, there is no edge. All right. So here are some following points. You have to strictly follow 10 pip rule. 10 pip rule means 10 pip stop loss and 10 pip TP. It's a 1-to-1 ratio because we have a higher win rate here. So when we have a higher win rate, that our risk to reward ratio also decrease. All right. If trade extended to 11 a.m., either you cut your trade on the market or trail stop loss to the break even. Right. When trade doesn't go in your favor and doesn't give you 10 pip, if you are running position in the market, you should be move your stop loss to the break even point, or else you can cut your trade in with small loss or small profit. Okay. Follow 3 minute and 1 minute to enter on a candle close. Always make your entry on a candle close basis. All right. Do not trade on high impact news. This is highly recommended, that you should not be trading silver bullet like FOMCs when Powell speaks, and etc. Any means red folder news, you have to avoid that. Okay. So this is all about the theory part. Now we will be discussed about the chart and live example that I already traded in previous weeks. All right. So let's get into the charts. So starting from 18th of August, before get started, what is our framework? As we discussed that drawn on liquidity, 3 minute cycle, and then third one is execution time frame. So we should always have a top down approach as we move further into the silver bullet. All right. So here is our 1 hour, the higher time frame for the silver bullet. You can see here sell side taken. Okay. When we draw the GAN box here, you see this is the premium zone. The only reaction point here is the fair value gap, that is extreme fair value gap. Then price is aiming for this sell side, as sell side taken. Now what we expect a pullback, and our silver bullet time is here. Now comes the execution time frame. All right. You can see that this is the market structure shift. Till our silver bullet time doesn't started here, with energetic displacement, market taken this liquidity, and the sentiment of market or structure of market is changing here. All right. Now market give pullback. You can see this is the fair value get tab, and this is the order block, and the 50% consequence encouragement of the fair value gap tab. You can enter here after that 10 a.m. and you can put your stop loss where, below this, the displacement candle. All right. So you can easily achieve 10 pip. Where is the 10 pip? You can also see that there is the session liquidity. So don't expect that price can take this liquidity or this liquidity or this, because we have to follow strictly our rule. What is the rules are there? That is 10 pip rule. 10 pip profit, 10 pip target. Oh, stop loss. So coming into the next 21 August, starting from higher time frame, what did you see here? You can see sell side taken and buy side also taken. Price is rebalanced here. There is nothing to observe because back and forth price movement is there. So price rebalance completely because continuous back and forth movement. Then here come the big candle that we call as displacement and took this buy side. All right, and our silver bullet time is these two lines 10 to 11. Now when the buy side is taken, market needs a pullback, where the pullback is last up to this unmitigated, yeah, unfilled order block. So we can see in lower time frame what's happening there. You can see market tap on the order block, give reaction, created the fair value gap. You can enter here. And what is the logical stop losses here? You can see we can put the stop loss below this session liquidity, but we have a rule that 10 pip. So the 10 pip, when we calculate 10 pip from here to here, this could be this, and our target should be 10 pip. Like, we didn't get our target, consider as a BES 10 pip not captured in between these two time window. All right, from 10 a.m. to 11 a.m. If we didn't get our TP, we should move our stop loss to the break even or cut it into the market conditions. All right, so you can see that we can get loss here, or if you want that, if you see this is the fair value gap, you can react, you can partially book here. So moving to the next trade, 22 August, in higher time frame, what we see here is buy side taken, sell side taken, here also sell side taken, and now price is near to the first time to the daily liquidity also present in fair value gap. If you see here, this is the daily liquidity, market tapped, and we are already in a weekly fair value gap. Okay, so going to the lower time frame, what did you see here? When the silver bullet started, their daily liquidity doesn't tap here, so we can expected that price can reach up to there. All right, so as market pullback, we see the only fair value gap is here. This was is already tapped, no other fair value gap is here. All right, so we can took risk from here, and stop loss, logical stop loss should be this swing point. All right, then we can aim target up to this daily liquidity. If this measure this, if this is not the 10 pip, then we should not enter the trade. Right, and again, as daily liquidity tab, we can enter to the buy side also. Means here we got the two opportunities. Like, either you enter in a 5-minute fair value gap, then go for daily liquidity, or directly into once liquidity taken on a daily time frame. So this is the good example. Now coming to the 23 of August. So what did you see here? Market tap on weekly fair value gap. This is the high point of a fair value gap, this is the low point of the fair value gap. Now we are at the midpoint of, means consequence encroachment of the fair value gap. When the fair value gap got large, we should divide it into 50%. We call it as a consequence encroachment. Okay, as I already told in video, where swing created near reaction point. When the swing created near reaction point, the price move away from it. You can see that. When the swing created in a near reaction point, what are the near reaction point? Fair value gaps, order blocks, and other things. All right. So you can see that we can expected a pullback there, and in lower time frame, what we see here, sell side taken, buy side taken. Once the buy side taken before the silver bullet, now we can expected a pullback. First you can see buy side taken before, now it's time to find the inefficiencies or order blocks. Here there is no fair value gap, but what we can see here is order block. This is the down close candle, but this down close candle got trapped by this bullish candle. Okay, down close candle, within the down close candle that does not breach its mean threshold, we call it as a propulsion block. Okay, this is a new term for you, so you can research about it, or if you don't want, you can ignore it. So you can also enter in the week of this order block. Right, the price got tapped here, we can move our logical stop loss to this low of the order block. Okay, and our target should be the 10 pip. The first resistance area is a this breaker. How it is a breaker? Because it took buy side, then got trapped the buyers. Okay, this is like that. So here the 10 pip completed and we can book our profit here. So this is also a very good example. Now the last example, you can see that buy side taken. Now we need a pullback. Again buy side taken and market drop, market structure shift, moving down, created a fair value gap. What did we see here? Sell side is resting below here in 1 hour time frame. All right. So here is the fair value gap, and what is the silver bullet time? You can see here is 10 a.m. to 11 a.m. So in lower time frame, we have a more clear picture. You can see that this is the fair value gap that got created in 5 minutes. I trade on 3 minute time frame, but you have to observe from 1 minute time frame. Right? Continuously monitor 5 minute, 3 minute, 1 minute, 5 minute, 3 minute, 1 minute when you are on chart during the silver bullet time. All right. So as market move here, you can see double top is here, and now if market got tapped before taken out the buy side, then I would enter long as here, but market didn't tap here and go for the buy side. Now it tapped here on the order block, also the fair value gap in 1 hour. You can see market tapped here. This is the order block area and this is the fair value gap area. Now we can enter on a candle close of this 3 minute. You can enter here. I wrote here first buy side taken. We already in the 1 hour of CB supporting with bearish order block. Okay. So what is the stop loss area? This first swing point is the stop loss area. Right. We can target 10 pip. Enter on 3 minute candle. You can also do. Okay. So whatever the time frame suits you, you should enter here in 3 minute or 1 minute. But you should wait for the candle close and 10 pip easily achieved. So these are the example you have to analyze in that way. So keep in mind the structure and the framework. What are the silver bullet? So this is it from my side. I hope you got some clarification about that and know the little bit more enhanced version of silver bullet that you already watched in internet. So that's all for it. We will be coming with more information like that. So till then, be safe, trade safe, and Jai Bholenath.